Hey everyone, Noah here. Welcome back to another Python video. Today we're going to be going over dictionaries. As always, fire up your idle. If you don't know where I am, go watch the first video in this playlist, catch you right up to speed. Let's get right into it. So for dictionaries, last video we learned about lists, and basically it's a way to store multiple values into one variable. So we learned about this. Dictionaries allow us to store values as keys and values. What I mean by this is, let's say if I want to make a list of all the videos that we've made on this channel. So I can say, oh, I think it's nine, well, I'll have nine now. Nine Python videos, 12 Roblox videos, and zero Java videos. But if I just say, what I say, 9, 12, and 0, I mean, those numbers are great, but like, you don't know anything about them. They're just any old numbers. What dictionaries allow us to do is have like a key and then a value. It's almost like an actual dictionary. You have your word, and then you got a definition that goes along with it. If you just have the definitions, which is what we have like here pretty much with the dictionary, it's not really matter. You just got the values. This is all it's going to do. So to actually make a dictionary, make a variable, call it D for dictionary, and then you want to use these squiggly brackets. I know there's a fancy name for them, but I really don't know it offhand. So I'm going to call them the squiggly brackets. So there's different ways to put stuff inside of a dictionary. One way is to simply just do the name, comma, or colon, the value. So I think I had 9. There's one way you can do it in there. Then we'll say Java, and then we have 0, and then Roblox, we had, I think I said 12. Cool. So our keys are the names of what's being stored in the value. So Python, Java, Roblox are our keys. They're the things before the colon. 9, 0, and 12 are the values. That's basically like the stuff you have in your list. But now you can like have them nice and labeled. And for our labels, you can, I believe they're only allowed to be strings because you can't store 9 and save it as like 9, for example. So just a good rule of thumb, just keep it as string values. It's chances are that's the only thing you're going to be using is just string values. I really don't use anything else personally. I don't recommend using anything else personally. But yeah, there you go. You have a dictionary. Now we know how many videos of each we have and a nice stored list. Dictionary. So another way to add stuff into dictionary is I'll make a new one. Is we can say A, and then we're going to use these, which looks like a list, but it's not. So now we get to name the key. So I'm going to say math. So let's say we're safe storing grades. So let's say for math, I got a 95. So now if we print A and we run this, look at that. Math is now stored into a dictionary with the value 95. Math is our string, our key, and then 95 is our value. And then I'll store some other stuff as well, just because. Say math, we'll say English. Let's say we bombed it. Let's say we got like a 70. And then we'll say we took science. And we did pretty good science actually. We got 100. Look at that. So now if we print that, there you go. We have our keys and then our corresponding values. And the nice thing is when you add stuff into it, it always adds at the end by default. So when we just keep adding like this, it's just going to keep adding up. And if I wanted to change one of the things, all I have to do is just call the key again. So if I say A of math, it's equal to, now I got a 97. Whoa, look at that. Instead of making a new one, since we called an existing key, it just updates the already key. It updates the key that's already there. So instead of having math 95, English 70, science 100, and then math 97, it just overwrites the old key since we called it. And then to remove stuff from a list, it's kind of from a dictionary. I keep saying list. To remove stuff from a dictionary, it's like a list. So we use the dot pop function. So we can say a dot pop. So same thing with lists. This by default removes the last thing in the list. So for our list here, if we just call dot pop, I have to put in an argument. Science, we'll say. There you go. Oh, they did update that. So yeah, so the dot pop, you can set something equal to it, just like in lists as well. But basically, you can specifically call what you want to be removed. So it's actually it differs from lists. It's like because normally in lists, if you just have this, it'll just pop the last thing. But for dictionaries, we get to choose what we want to remove. So you got math, and bam, math is gone, just like that. So that's adding stuff and removing stuff from the list, from the dictionary. I keep calling it list, from the dictionary. So now to actually get, what if we want a list of all the key values? Okay, we'll make a new variable called b, and we'll set it equal to a dot values. So when we run this, we get all the values in a nice list. So this is typically useful for loops, which I'll be explaining in the next video, which is probably one of the harder concepts for beginner coders. But yeah, so to get all the values, use the name of our dictionary and then dot values. And then we get it all nice and neat into a list. And same thing goes with the keys. So we'll say C is equal to a dot keys. And then if we print C, bam. Now we have a list of strings: math, English, science. Very cool. I'm going to be very straight with you guys. That's all I have for this video. Putting stuff into dictionaries, how to add more stuff in, how to remove stuff, how to get the values, how to get the keys. I'll kind of explain more little tricks with dictionaries and with lists as well, kind of as we move along, but those are the basic functionalities of lists and dictionaries. A suggestion for me is if you want to know, like, there's different things, like there's insert, I showed you guys get, there's like delete and whatnot. Those are stuff that I really save for Google. Like if I want something specific like that, I'll just look it up online. It's like a one-time thing. But for the most part, both of these built-in functions for lists and dictionaries are the only ones that I ever use, and I only really see you guys using as well. So, to end the video, I give you a little quiz, like always. So I'm gonna have you make a dictionary that holds three. Hmm. Let's see. What do we want to say? We'll go back with 3 sports teams as the keys. So the sports teams can be like absolutely anything. So make a dictionary that holds 3 sports teams as the keys, and then have the values of those keys be the location. So for example, if we had the Hurricanes as our keys, the value would be Carolina. It could be any sports, any team, anything like that. Cool. Take a minute, write that out. If you want a bonus question, just for the heck of it, why not? We'll say remove one of the keys, then update another to a random location. Cool. Go ahead, take a minute, solve the quiz. I'll get right back to you. All right, so you guys did. So we got to make a dictionary that holds 3 sports teams as the keys and have the values of those keys be the location. So first off, we need to make a new dictionary. So I'm going to say, call it W, because we're winning. Cool. We'll do it this way. There's 2 ways to do it. You can write it in all at once, or you can go step by step. I'm going to go step by step, because why not? Say the Bills is Buffalo. Cool. W of the Wild. Oh, gotta put it in a string here. Wow, I just cannot type today. It's Minnesota. W of, say, the Knicks. Making a good run in the finals right now. New York. Cool. So if we print W, there we go. We got the Bills in Buffalo, the Wild in Minnesota, and the Knicks in New York. As a quick little touch up as well, you're allowed to save for the values. They could also be list inside the values. So you could have, like, if there's multiple teams called the Bills, let's say if there's one in Buffalo and there's one in Carolina, we can save it as a list. That's something I'll kind of touch on in a later video, but I kind of wanted to bring it up just so you guys were aware. So like if we did it up in Python, like that works, for example. But we're not going to be using that right now, so I'm just going to keep it simple. Back to our quiz. So now we can just remove one of the keys and then update another one to a random location. Okay, so let's say, you know what? Let's remove the Bills. Let's get rid of them. So we're going to say w.pop, and then we're going to pop the Bills. And then update another key to a random location. So let's say, let's update the Wild. Let's say they're from New Hampshire. Just abbreviate it. I don't know why it was the first thing I thought of. So now if we print, now the Wild are from New Hampshire, Knicks are in New York, and the Bills are gone. If you look anything like this, you got 100. Congrats. That's all I got for you guys in this video. As a reminder, I recommend playing with all these functions, mess around with dictionaries, see what works, see what doesn't work. Same with lists. See what works, what doesn't work. It's really the best way to learn it. And that's all I have for you guys. Make sure to leave a comment during the Discord. If you're confused on anything, I'll be sure to answer as fast as I can. And I'll see you guys in the next video for for loops. See ya.